Storytelling, very powerful strategy. And unfortunately, it's one that's often overlooked. Think about it. Who doesn't like a great story? We go to the theaters, we're looking at the different movies on the different streaming platforms. We love a good movie. That's what allows us to sit there for 2.5 hours sometimes, just captivated. With storytelling being so compelling, so powerful, why not use it in the classroom as a way to engage our students? The way that I've used it in the past is, I find a concept that students get a little confused with, and I use a story to bridge that gap. Bridge that gap so that they'll understand the various concepts that I want them to learn. One day I was trying to explain to the students the X and Y axis on a coordinate grid, right? So I said, okay, students, when you go from left to right, that is your X-axis. And when you move up and down, that is your Y-axis. And they're all looking at me like, what are you talking about? So I said, I tell you what, never mind that. Can I tell you a story? And it's like, yeah, let's do that. They didn't realize I was about to tell them a story that related to the lesson. Let me tell you about my friends Xavier and Yolanda. Now, Xavier and Yolanda are siblings, they're brother and sister. Now, what is unique about Xavier and Yolanda is every time they came home from school, each one of them did something that was a little weird. It was different. So they got excited now. They're really like, okay, what did they do weird? So every day Xavier comes home from school, he'll run, sit on the couch, turn on the television, and he's looking. And then all of a sudden, he looks left, he looks right. He looks left again, and then he looks right. And then he'll start rocking. So he's rocking. He closes his eyes, and he starts rocking. And then he'll stop. And then again, he'll look left, and then he look right. So his sister Yolanda said, boy, what are you doing? Why you always come home and do the same thing, looking left and right and left and right? That is weird. Well, he said, well, hold up, wait a minute, Yolanda. I know you're not talking about me. What about you? Well, what about me? What about you? Every day you come from the school, what do? Of course, you go to the room, you take off your school clothes, you put on your play clothes, and then you run outside and go straight to the ladder. Oh, but before you go to the ladder, you grab your purse. So you grab your purse and you're going up the ladder, and then you go on top of the roof and put your purse up there. And then you come on back down the ladder, you count to 3. 1, 2, 3. And then you run right back up again. You get your purse, and then you bring it back down. Count to 3. 1, 2, 3. And then what happens? You do the same thing, back and forth, up and down, up and down. And of course, when I tell the students that, they are going crazy. They think it's hilarious. So of course I tell them, Xavier represents what? The X-axis, Yolanda represents the Y-axis. So, again, just a quick funny story to reinforce the skills that I wanted them to really understand.